Morning, man. Morning, good morning all. You know what I mean? Gotta express gratitude for the day. Gotta express gratitude for the day, man. We up, we here. We got another day to get it together. We got another day to get us where we need to be, man, or get us closer to it, man. Whether it be short-term or a long-term goal. You know what I mean? We up this morning. We got peace. We're going to practice the principle of peace. We're going to practice that. Yes, indeed. We're going to do it. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's a great day, man. It's a great day. It's always a great day. Even if it start out good, it get great later on. Just got to remember that. You got to make it great because every day is what we make it. Every day is what we make it, man. Every day we get closer to where we want to be. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You know. Hey, so today I'm going to use the hammer, man. I got to use the hammer. You know what I mean? The hammer, you got to drive it home, man. Got to drive it home with the hammer of the day, man. You know? And the point I'm going to drive home is, man, we can do better. You know why we can do better, man? Because we can, and we know we can. Sometimes we just don't. Sometimes we just don't, man. And we can be so much better than what we have been. And we can get so much closer to where we want to be. We just got to block out all the noise and all the doubters and the naysayers. We got to block out all the negative energy and stay positive mentally, man. Got to stay positive mentally, man. That's the most important thing, man. Regardless of what, you got to stay positive. Get up on a positive note. And make it happen, man. Got to make it happen, man. Got to. Why? It's because your financial freedom depends on it. See, it's a difference between having finance and being financially free. It really is. You can have finance, but are you financially free? Thought about that? But the only way we can do that is by educating ourselves through our employments, learning more, grinding more, getting more out of these jobs. Everyone you get to be able to assist the people. Why? Because the people is important. Without the people, there's no you. But you take a learning experience out of it that adds to you as a tool to be able to do and become financially free later on. That's the thing. Are you financially free? Do you know how to be financially free? Let that sink in. And my next point that I want to drive home is if you can just sit back and self-reflect. Because self-reflection is key. You go home, you reflect about work, but do you self-reflect? When you get where you're going, you self-reflect how you got there, but do you self-reflect? See, there's a difference between reflecting and self. You can reflect on a day at work, but can you self-reflect on you? For dying on improvement? You got to. Can you reflect or self-reflect on the ways that you can make things better for you or your relationships better? We just not talking about intimate relationships. We're talking about relationships. We talking about business, personal, family, the whole nine. Can you? Let that sink in. Or have you? See, The one thing that kills a lot of relationships is pride. A lot of things that kill a lot of things are pride. But the key to it is, you know, you got to be able to not make small things big things. Because that's how they small. They start really small and they end up big. They do. And if you've learned to think, and your thinking is proper, and you self-reflect, it's going to guide you. It's going to guide you. It's going to guide you where you need to be. It's going to guide you to that talk or that speak or whatever it is that you need to have to make whatever's better around you. And trust me, I know. Because one thing about it, if anybody going to understand, the Creator understands it all. A lot of times, the Creator waits on you to make the move. See, you know, signs and symbols are for the conscious mind or the conscious individual. So you're going to see the signs and symbols of life that's going to guide you and direct you to the situation, not the situation, but to be able to resolve, be where you need to be, go where you need to go, and it's going to give you what you need to have. Because you're going to see all the signs and the symbols. Sometimes they're right in front of your face. We just don't pay attention to them until it disappears. And that's the truth. You always sit back sometimes and go, dang, I saw that. I knew that was going on, but I don't know why I ain't do that. Because it would have made you better. It was an opportunity for you. And even if you don't know these teachers, and even if you haven't been taught this, and even if you haven't been there, you're gonna sit back in your mind and remember, I did see such a side there. Man, that was my... Because it's the truth. Is this the truth? That's one thing about it, man. You know, it goes all the way back to the biblical times, man. They were giving the people the signs. You know, one of the first signs of Christianity was the fish. And you know, when fishermen go fish, they used to go out to the water with a net. And they would go out to the water with a net and they would harvest the fish that way and not a fishing rod. So now, in modern day, they got fishing rods that you be having to use to bring it on in. That's it. But in this new era of time, we just got to get better as a whole. We got to get better as a whole, man, in this new era of time. Because he's not waking us up and putting us together for nothing. He's not waking us up and giving us a full day without having a plan for it. Everything he gives us is for a reason. Everything he gives us is for a reason. You just got to figure out what that reason is. Because see, once you find you, learn you, and be able to be you, you will know what your purpose is in life and your direction and where you going. Yep. And that be the key. And I wanted to share that this morning because with our work experiences and opportunities, we got to do better. Got to be able to help the people. Because without the people, there is no us. There's no businesses without the people. There's no revenue without the people. And that's one thing about the government. The government is for the people. The government is definitely for the people. The people might not agree with everything, but that's what the government is. The government is for the people. These bills and legislations and things that pass are supposed to be for the betterment of the people. But the people got to be prepared. The people got to be prepared. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. Being prepared, knowing where you're going, and be able to get there is key. Because bills are passing. Legislation is passing. Changes are coming. And we got to be prepared for that. Because if we can stop the small wars, there'll be no big war. And everybody will be able to have not only peace, but success and harmony. Because we're fighting small inner city wars. We're fighting small state wars. That once they're cured, the people come together as a whole to be able to make sure that everything that we get that comes down the line can be equally distributed. It can be equally distributed. But it's the small wars that we have to end. It's the miscommunication and bad understandings that we have to end. It's the better understandings that we have to have. So that justice will take their course in everybody's lives, including yours. You have to be treated just and fairly, unbiased and impartial. Because those are the laws of the land. Those are the laws of the land. Free and equal treatment. Unbiased and impartial treatment. Equal opportunity. All this stuff is part of the laws of the land. That's why they come up with these EEOs and all that type of stuff. This has been the laws of the land for the longest, man. And we just got to make sure we apply that by any means. That the government applies that because they work for the people. They in this office for the people. And it's their job to make sure that people are safe, protected, taken care of, and in the right situation. But it's our social duties as individuals to do the same. Notice I said social duties. It is our social duties to do the same. One must do his social duties in order for everything to be all right. That's what it is. Perform your social duties. Be to someone what you want them to be to you. A lot of people have a hard time doing that, but hey, guess what? When you do it, it works out right for you. Because we're in such a social divide today, and have been in such a social divide, that we don't know how to be together. Let that sink in. But the peace and joys of harmony are the keys of life, man. Who don't want to live in peace and harmony? I don't know nobody, unless they're miserable, and miserable loves company. But guess what? I don't know nobody who don't want peace and harmony. I don't know nobody that wants to live in a constant flux of mental misery. But we must heal. Healing is prevalent. Healing is mandatory because you have to. That's why they always tell you faith without works is nothing, because You got to have faith and believe. Everybody got their down days where they don't feel like they don't believe. But it gets better. Every day you get up, you just got to see it through, man. Believe me, man. You have to. You got to get up and know this is a winning day. Because you won already when you got up. You just got to continue to win the day. Bigger wins tomorrow. Got to. You can't never stop believing in you. You can't never give up. The Creator ain't never gave up on you. The social divide gonna come to an end. As long as we work on it. Peace and harmony will be achieved. As long as we work on it. So that is the key. This is what we must do. Got to know how to end all radical speeches. Got to. Because that's what tears us apart. Rumors and radical speeches. Lies, deceit. All that stuff tears us apart. We can't build like that. You know, my mom always used to say, if you ain't got nothing good to say about nobody, don't say it at all. So guess what? If you ain't got nothing good to say, then just don't say it. That's what my grandma always taught me, man. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all, baby. Because it ain't worth saying. It's going to hurt somebody that you shouldn't be hurting anyway. It's going to hurt a situation for you that you shouldn't, you don't want to hurt. That's why it was always taught to me that if I can get you to think, you can save yourself. So if you can think, you can save yourself the headache or problem or the destruction by not just saying it. If you ain't got nothing good to say. And when you start developing that, you know you've outgrown all the lower self things, all the naught, all the negativity. Because that's what that builds into is negativity. That's coming out you. It's not positive. It's one such thing as constructive criticism, but it's another thing to put negative and spread all type of things to make people discount other people that you don't like because you don't like them. And sometimes you don't dislike people. People dislike people sometimes just because. They don't really dislike them. It's just because. And that's the reality of it. And if you had any type of bad outing with a person, guess what? Think about this. If the only begotten Son was given and gave his life for forgiveness and gave you a way to turn back, if God forgives, why can't you? Because guess what? The biggest forgiveness he gave you is for every sin you've committed every day. He seen fit to wake you up, didn't he? He could have let you die. And you wouldn't have what you have or be where you are. Because you wouldn't be here. You would be in another life. Let that sink in. See, that's when you pay gratitude. That's when you pay your gratitude for every day you get. Knowing that I know what I done. I know I done messed up today or this, that, and the other. But if he wakes me up tomorrow, I'd do better. Let that sink in. Because when you don't let it go, or when you don't let go, you can't receive what you can't receive your blessings, man. You can't receive them if you don't let go, because what you harboring gonna hinder you. And that principle of peace and them principles of love, you ain't got in you. Even in the workforce, real life and all that, don't let it hinder you. Realize that's what holds you back a lot of times. You can't feed into the merely noise of people around you talking about, but I wouldn't do that. It ain't about what they would do because it's your life to live. And you the one that got to get up or has to be woken up by the Creator in order to receive your daily blessings. so it will bear fruit in your life. So remember, never give up, man. The Creator ain't never gave up on you. He gets you up every day and give you an opportunity. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, man. Just remember that, man. Food for thought.